Greetings all. Night Troupe started recently and I've already hit the ground running. I decided to get my terror burn out of the way first, so I dropped it on a Wind Archer. Wind Archer's been something I've been wanting to play for a while, so, why not? I plan on making it a bossing mule later, but we will cross that bridge when it is time. Anyway, I took my Wind Archer all the way to 200 on the first day of Night Troupe along with coin capping before reset. I did sadly forget about Punch King on the first day. They just slipped my mind while I was leveling. So I am down a few coins, but it's not the end of the world. I've made sure to do it every day since. Made some updates to that Legion leveling list I made in my last video since I've already finished quite a few more of those characters. Blaster, Wind Archer, and Fire Poison have all been leveled to 200 this week, and I'm currently working on Marksman. This list is still in no particular order. I've just kind of been doing what I felt like for the day. I've started doing some of the archers first just because those line legion blocks are pretty nice. They help me bridge the gaps between critical rate, critical damage, and normal monster damage. That's usually my general legion grid setup for leveling characters to 200. I don't have the exact number, but I think finishing everything on this list would put me around 8500 legion. I'll have to go back and update that spreadsheet I made a few weeks ago. I've been flying through these characters pretty quickly, so sometimes I forget about that thing. Based off the progress I've already made this week, I think this list is quite feasible to finish before New Age. It's all just gonna come down to how long do I want to play this mushroom game every day. Well, when I have time, of course, but you know. My marksman is already sitting at 197, so that'll be finished pretty soon. I haven't really decided what I want to do next, but with marksman done, that'll already be 4 characters for the week that I've leveled to 200. And if I am trying to stay true to this list and to do 4 characters a week, I could take a break after I finish my marksman. Might do just one more to make the following weeks easier, but we'll see how I feel over the weekend. I am very glad I decided to farm out Tactical Relay every day though. I have been carried by all these free 2x cards they gave out. I'm running out very quickly, but I still have a lot of Legion coins to work with. We will make do. I plan on training during Night Troupe as much as possible, and we're gonna see how many of these 200s I can get out of the way before this event ends. I'm very much looking forward to getting 8k Legion though, we are getting very close. I've mentioned this a few times in passing, but I do still plan on making videos for all these 200s I'm getting. When those will start coming out, I have absolutely no idea. But for all the ones I've done in like the last month, I have all the footage, it's organized, it's just sitting there per character right now. I just finished some of these so fast back to back, I don't really have time to make videos for them at the moment. Yeah, I'd like to give each character the spotlight they deserve, share my thoughts and opinions on each of the characters and their leveling process after I get them to certain breakpoints like 200 or 235. Shame I didn't start making these videos at the beginning of my reboot account since I've already reached a good handful of those breakpoints for certain characters, but I'll figure something out for those. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to try something a little bit new. This is what the new plans from the title would be referring to. You know, it's always a new scheme for the week with me. There are quite a few topics or just small things I want to talk about in general that I don't really think are substantial enough to warrant their own video. I think I want to compile a handful of these smaller videos or ideas or moments and just, put them in the one larger video. It would cover multiple things. Probably wouldn't come out on a set schedule either, just whenever I have a lot of these things available. Not really sure how I would structure it or what I would call it. But it would just contain other things that happened during the week that didn't really fit in the weekly progression video, but I also didn't think were substantial enough to get their own video. We'll see how it goes. If I make one and I think the idea stinks, I'll simply try something else. But it sounds silly and I quite often do silly things. Any new content I decide to make though won't hinder what already is going on. All the weekly progression stuff and all the progression stuff in general will come out like normal. These videos I'm thinking about making would probably be a lot longer as well, maybe around 30 minutes or so. On top of that, I think I might try streaming sometime, so these really go hand in hand. But anyway, I'd like to take a real quick moment to thank you all for the support. I've had a lot of fun making these, and it's nice seeing people like them as well. But again, we will see how all this goes, and I plan on making some great progress throughout the rest of Night Troupe. And if I did decide to start streaming one of these days, it would be right here on this YouTube channel. All that being said, thank you all once again, lots more to come, and I will see you guys around.